Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Does online dating make it harder to find a wife? Let's talk about that today. Leave comments if you have experience with online dating and if it worked, if you think it's an advantage in looking for someone, or is it not what it's all cracked up to be? I can tell you that a lot of people, high percentage of people, met their current girlfriend or wife, they say, online. So I did too, actually. I had been alone for a long time, and I decided to go where I was wanted. I tried online international dating site, and I got married in less than 8 weeks, still married 7.5 years later. So I think that decision worked out very well. And so I am an endorser, of online dating. But let's talk about whether it's harder or easier. Now, the distance, of course, one would say, whether we're talking, with long distance in your online in your own country or another country, yeah, the distance is a problem. If your most important goal initially is to spend time together, that's understandable. You don't want to spend a lot of time driving and talking on the phone and stuff like that. But fortunately, you can talk on camera. When I met my wife in 2015, I had never used a webcam before, so I had to get one of those, and a little bit nerve-wracking, initially, but I learned how to do that and talk to these women from thousands of miles away, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I tried to be prepared. And so what you can do to make it easier for a very long distance or long distance online relationship is to talk more. You can't be together. So if you want to be together someday, you need to be talking about the things that matter if you're looking for a wife. The talk is more focused if you are looking for a relationship. Now, to help you with that, I have a website. It's lvbts.com. And if you click up on the top there's a resource tab, and I've got 4 sets of questions you can ask in an online relationship, and they're all separated by degree of where you're at in that relationship, because you don't want to ask late stage questions early because you might lose them. And so there's a pace and a spacing of certain types of topics and the sensitive nature of those topics. But as you move on in a relationship, you want to have those questions be more focused and serious. So there's a way to do that. Check out that resource tab at lvbts.com at Love Beyond the Sea. And that will help you feel very confident. If you have no idea what you're going to say to somebody from far away, that will help you speed up the time, because, you'll be way more prepared. When you're with somebody in person, it's easy to get lazy and just enjoy the experience, or enjoy having other people see you together, or you show off this person to somebody else Can't do that if you're doing it online, but you can sure, cut to the quick faster if you're asking the right questions. Another thing is the cost. Online, you got to pay for the membership, perhaps. If she's in another country, or another state in your country, you gotta get there, drive there, fly there. Yeah, that does cost more. And in my case, with a woman from the Philippines, there's flights, there's all the visa-related stuff, and then flying her up to the country to be with me. We did a spousal visa back in 2015. We got married very quickly, but a lot of people they'll get engaged, they'll go over, meet each other, and then, okay, well, until we're married, I'm going to support you with a certain amount of dollars per month. You wouldn't do that here in the West, but, you may do that with a Filipina. Just this big thing, don't send money if you haven't met her and you don't have something going, unless you want to be ripped off. And many of them are quick to read the signs and rip someone off, so don't offer it. And if she, asks you, don't do it. And I would even not offer it. Hopefully, if you do, she says that she's not interested. And yes, that does happen. But costs, there are costs if you're, not online and you're dating somebody in your area, your neighborhood, your city. You still got to go out on dates. Some of those could get expensive if the relationship gets serious. You might, drive somewhere, fly somewhere, who knows? But there's always going to be costs involved. But the answer to my question is online dating harder? Can be. I think it can be harder. This is my summation. Let's say you're looking overseas, another country. It can be harder. Why? Because of the many more chances that you have. A lot more women there to choose from, which can make it very difficult to come down to a final conclusion that this is the person I want to be serious with, because I've got 30 women I'd like to be serious with, and more every day. As you broaden your search, as more women join up on some of these international sites. So it's harder in that it makes for more choices. I mean, I'm talking good choices. We're not talking about, just the ones that are only looking for money, scammers, but good choices. But the flip side of that is the online dating can be even easier. Excuse me. My wife has COVID and I'm sick today too. It can be easier because there are so many choices. You just have to, don't get too carried away with spending so much time with so many women, because it's a thrill. If you're looking for a wife, find a good one. So it's harder in that there's many choices, but that's the thing that should make it easier too, because if you're from the West like I am and you're looking for something to do to find a wife, you feel like you have no options. You feel like it's impossible. And I met my wife at Christian Filipina. By the way, I would recommend online dating to anyone that's serious about a wife, because I proved, and many others have, that you can find love beyond the sea.